Episode 3 of the Cookies and Beats podcast with your hosts, SeoulPark and Phantom.
Yo,
Phantom,
so
happy Sunday.
it's Saturday, dude.
It's Sunday, and we're
Actually,
both wasted.
actually, it's Monday, dude. It's not even Sunday.
Well, yeah, it's Monday for you in Spain, and it's Sunday
Yeah,
for
man.
me here on the East Coast.
Time flies.
You
Crazy.
you texted me today and you said I'm wasted. I texted you back, I'm wasted.
It was like it was all synchronized. That's crazy.
Today's
It's like, damn.
episode is called That's Overrated, and also we're wasted. So the energy that we're bringing to this episode, it's not gonna be low energy, but it's gonna be wasted energy. So sit back, relax, start grilling that sirloin shrimp for your pasta for dinner or for
So
lunch or whatever you do listening to our podcast. Assuming you listen to our podcast. But at this point, if you're hearing me say this, you probably do listen to our podcasts. So thank you. And from
much appreciated.
all of our fans in Spain, muchas gracias.
Do you have any fans from Spain?
Uh, hey, I
I
mean,
wonder.
after this episode airs, we'll see. We'll see. We'll look at the cookies and beats DMs on Instagram, and we'll see.
Really hope, man.
So episode 3, that's overrated. This was on a complete whim. Phantom texted me after I woke up at like 12 p.m. this Sunday saying, Harry, what are we going to talk about? And I said, that's a really great question.
Such a really great question.
We bounced back some ideas. And then for some reason, all throughout today, I was just thinking of the word overrated. And so, this is how we're going to start today's episode. Phantom, I'm going to read off a list that I just found here on the internet
Ooh,
of things that the internet claims to be overrated.
okay.
After I read back the list to you, you're going to latch on to one of the things on the list. And then we'll let the wind take us from there. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's overrated. Celebrities. Angry Birds. What people do for fake internet points. Diamonds. Black Friday shopping. Valentine's Day. Social media updates. The quote unquote country music of today. Sliced bread. Human burial. Wow. High school prom. Cable TV. 3D movies. What stuck out to you from that list?
Um, damn. There's a few. There's a lot. I don't even remember half the list anymore. It's crazy.
That's how wasted we are.
I don't remember anything, man. Can, can you send? Can you actually send me
Do you want me to send you the list?
text me? Yeah, send me the list,
All right.
or just text me like.
I will send you the list right now.
Is this
But
a
I
few?
I want to read this one cuz this is just dark and I mean this one just caught me off guard cuz I'm reading this in real time too. I just pulled this up. Shout out Reddit, but let me read the human
Let's
burial
read it.
part cuz that one really just
Yeah.
caught me off guard. And I quote, and I quote, and it's
Let me
gone.
read.
Hold on. Let's see where it went. and I quote. We're going to be back after these messages. Not yet. We don't have any messages to share with you yet because we don't have sponsors yet. And I
Sadly,
can't find the quote anymore. Jesus Christ. All right.
what it? It's not.
You know what?
What is crazy?
Let me ask you, Phantom, because there's another one on the list that stuck
Yeah,
out to me. High school prom. Did you go?
we don't have proms in Spain,
What?
so yeah, we don't have. Isn't that crazy? Like,
Do you
yeah.
have
I mean, as far as I
dances?
know, mm,
Like organized dances?
not really.
Really?
We don't. We don't have. When you graduate or whatever, it's like this. As everywhere you go, there's like a celebration. I guess you can say that. But that's it. Like we don't have any dances or like proms. Yeah,
Huh.
schools are I don't know.
Maybe
Can't
that's a
say
European
weird.
thing.
Yeah.
Huh. That's interesting. Well, to the public, I did not go to high school prom. And the reason I didn't was at the time I was in a relationship. And, for me, I personally chose not to bring her to prom, but instead we just kicked it that day of prom instead of me pulling up.
Oh, that's cool.
And do I miss or regret the fact that I didn't go to high school prom? Ah, I don't think so.
I mean, it doesn't look like a big deal
Yeah.
to me. It's like a dance, okay? Whatever.
Usually what follows here in America after prom, well, it's after prom. You spend the weekend with your buddies, big group. You usually rent out either a hotel or motel or some kind of resort type of area and just kick it.
Yeah.
I didn't go to that either. Seeing how if I didn't go to prom, I probably wouldn't go to after prom. But the stories that came back from my friends, oh man, it was that. I mean, that was the American dream. All the stories that came after that weekend, uh, that that right there is what George Washington foresaw to be the future of our country. And
So
it's not
funny.
pretty.
Like everything happens when you're not there.
So probably Europe is doing it right.
Think so?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess we have our things. I don't know.
Maybe, I'm speaking more about after prom, but prom is nice. It captures the culmination of high school.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's overrated because, no one's at high school, no one's like, I mean, there's like social people and people has like more problems to socialize, I guess.
Mhm.
So it cannot be like weird, I guess, for them.
Mhm.
It will be weird for me, honestly. So yeah, I feel like it's overrated. Like, yeah, whatever.
This is a change of course, but I was in Soho yesterday. I was kicking it, and as I was walking through, there was some kind of street food type of event going on in Soho, probably this past weekend. And as I was walking by, I noticed someone walking towards me, and there's a lot of people. So, it's like two lines going against each other, and, you're just walking through trying to get by. And then on my left passes Simu Lui, who, if you don't know, he's the main actor in the newest Marvel movie, Shang-Chi.
That's crazy.
And for me, I wanted to get some personal enjoyment out of seeing how everyone else would react to seeing Simu. So after I pass him, At least for me personally, when I see quote unquote celebrities, I don't approach them. I don't try to take pictures with them unless they're Chris Paul. But yeah, because really at the end of the day, I just want to give them their space. I think it's just cool enough to see them. So I go after I pass him. I go maybe like 4 or 5 people back, and now I'm just starting to, and I'm technically behind him, and I'm just looking at all the people crossing us and seeing their reaction because I'm sure people will notice. And he had a mask on, but he kind of sticks out.
Yeah.
His hair, his eyes, and seeing how every billboard has his face right now. And the funniest reaction that I got was there's one dude, probably high school, college. He just walks by and he just stops walking. And there's just this dazed look on his face. And you could clearly see in his mind, he's thinking, is that Shang-Chi just now? Did, it, and he's like looking at everybody else to see if they notice, but everyone's walking. And so
Yeah.
I was just like, that was cute.
Was cute.
Who was the last
Uh,
celebrity you saw in person, Phantom?
um, that's crazy. Um, I don't even remember, man.
How about just in your life in general? Who would you consider to be the biggest star that you saw or met?
Biggest star? I don't really think about this one, man.
Have you met any?
Yeah, it's just, it's just, it's just. I don't have anything crossing my mind right now.
It's all good. I
Yeah, there's probably someone, but it's just. I think it's been like way too. It's like back in the days.
yeah.
I don't even remember. Oh yeah, there's someone. Like, let me think about it.
While you're thinking about it, I will share with the listeners probably the best story I will ever tell in my life. And you've heard this
Dude,
multiple times.
we love that story.
But it's also going to explain why there are these basketball jerseys in my studio here for the
Oh yeah.
listeners, for the viewers, especially the ones that watch on YouTube. They'll notice there are 3 basketball jerseys on my wall, and they all belong to current NBA basketball player Chris Paul. And so this is the story of how I met Chris Paul. 2015, I'm 18 years old. Senior year of high school. I'm on a family vacation to Las Vegas. And super super fun, right? We went to Grand Canyon, went to some great restaurants, all that great stuff. Last night of the trip, it's Friday night. My parents and we are staying at the Venetian Hotel, and we're en route to go to the lobby to get in our Uber to go to the steakhouse. And as we're walking through the hallways, there's posters on the side, and it's advertising an upcoming Chris Paul ping pong charity event. And the date on the poster is tomorrow night. That's Saturday night. And I see that. And mind you, I am the biggest Chris Paul fan in the world. Around these streets, my homies call me the Korean Chris Paul. Not because I'm as good as him at basketball, but just because I'm Korean and I love Chris Paul. I notice those posters and I go, whoa, if the event is tomorrow night, then that has to mean homeboy is in town tonight, right? There's no way he's going to check into the hotel Saturday. He probably is going to get a good night's rest, play a few games, And also that event is being hosted at the Venetian Hotel. So he's close by, theoretically. So we go to the steakhouse, and all that's going through my mind is, what can I do tonight to meet Chris Paul? I go research the ping pong charity event, and there's a long list of so many other NBA celebrities, so many other celebrities that are attending the event. And in the lobby, before we get into the Uber, I see this 6'9" basketball player. And I'm a big basketball junkie, so I know all the guys in the league. And if someone's 6'9", they're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Lo and behold, it's Trevor Ariza. He's on his phone. And in my life, I've never seen an NBA player up close. So I'm a little starstruck. And dude's on his phone, but the Uber is like here. So like my parents and I, we gotta go. We gotta go to the restaurant. So I come up to Trevor and mind you, I'm 18 years old. I just go, "Hey Trevor, I know you're on the phone, but can I just take a quick picture with you?" And he just kind of nods and goes, "Yeah, go ahead." And probably somewhere on Cookies and Beats, I will post the picture so that you can see the selfie. And so it's just a picture of me cheesing my ass off. Dude's 6'9", so I'm holding my hand up as high as I could just to get him in the frame. And now I'm at the steakhouse. I'm just looking at the selfie, and I'm going, "Holy crap! I just met Trevor Ariza, and if Trevor's here, that means Chris is here." So I immediately come back to the hotel after dinner, and now I'm thinking in my head, I gotta go somewhere where it's crowded, because maybe then I'll run into Chris Paul. So I go to the shopping mall area within the Venetian Hotel, and boom, there's Trevor Ariza again, and I'm like, "Oh, dope, there he is." So I start far away following him, and he goes into the casino and takes a sharp left. And he takes a sharp left, goes into this VIP blackjack table, but thankfully there's no doors, so you can see the table from afar. You can see everybody sitting there, and there's this one particular person sitting at the table, his back towards me. And I've been watching Chris Paul for about 8+ years at this point. If I see the backside of Mr. Chris Paul, you best believe I will know confidently that's him. But mind you, I'm 18 years old at this time. So I tell my dad, "Hey, Appa, can you play blackjack like around this area and keep watch of that one dude at that table? And I need you to double confirm that that's Chris Paul. Because I'm 18, I could get ID'd and get kicked out of the casino." 20 minutes go by, and I get a buzz. It's a text from my dad. And all the text says is, "It's him." And now I'm shaking. I'm nervous. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I know where Chris Paul is. He is right there. So I go back up to my room, and I'm looking through my stuff now. I'm looking through my stuff because if I'm going to meet Chris Paul, I need him to sign something. So I'm going through my bag, and boom, right there, I just remembered I brought my Chris Paul New Orleans Hornets jersey with me to the trip.
What are the odds, right?
What are the odds? Because we were going to the Grand Canyon. I thought it was going to be hot, so I brought a jersey with me to wear something light. I also take my phone charger with me, and I go back downstairs. I find an outlet where I could plug my phone charger in, and I have a good view of the walkway to which, when Chris Paul ends up leaving that VIP gambling table, he needs to walk through this walkway. So I have a good view of that. So I plug in my phone charger, and I proceed to act like I'm on a business phone call. Because, right, Phantom, if I'm on a business phone call Ain't no security guys coming up to me and IDing me.
I almost gonna tell you. So.
3 hours later, I sound like a maniac at this point. I'm talking about $1 million deals for no reason. And then this drunk guy with his two girlfriends, they come up to me and he goes, "What's this cute little Asian boy doing here in the casino this late at night? What are you up to, young fella?" And I proceed to explain to him everything that I'm doing. I'm like, "Hey, look, Chris Paul's right there. He's my basketball idol. I'm trying to meet him, and I'm waiting here until he walks out and I could get a picture with him." So he's like, "Oh man, I really hope, you can do it, man. Like that's an awesome thing you're doing." And I'm probably talking to this dude for about 40 minutes. I'm locked into the conversation and I lose sight of the walkway. And so now I turn around to just look back at that walkway and just get a good view again. That exact moment I turn my head, Chris Paul just walks out. And so I tell the guy, "Hey, Mark, Chris Paul just walked out. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a picture with him." "You go, Harry. I'm proud of you, man. I hope you meet Chris Paul. Go take a picture with him." I'm walking up to him. I'm shaking. Every bone of my body is shaking. I'm nervous. I'm stuttering more than usual. I proceed to pull out the jersey from my pocket and I go, hey, Chris, can I take a picture with you?" And he looks at me and he asks, "How long have you been waiting out here?" 3 hours. God damn. Of course, man. Give me your jersey. And right there, he's signing my jersey. I'm freezing up. I'm like, "Oh my God, Chris Paul is signing my jersey. His wife is right there. His bodyguard's right there." And then now I'm taking a selfie with Chris Paul. And then nearby, some other people playing blackjack, they realize it's Chris Paul. So one of the dudes goes, hey, Chris, after you take a picture with him, can we take a picture with you too?" And the bodyguard goes, "No, we got to go." And right there, Chris, his wife, bodyguard, they immediately go back up to their hotel room. I'm standing there holding the jersey in one hand, holding my iPhone with the selfie in the other, just in awe. And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh my God, I just met Chris Paul."
Homie cheesing.
I walk back and the drunk guy is still there. He's like cheering me on at this point. He's my cheerleader. And he's like, "Did you do it?" And I'm like, yeah, I got a picture. And he saw my jersey and he's like, "Oh man, that's amazing, man. That's awesome." And so that's the story of how I met Chris Paul.
Dude, that's your crazy story, man.
So this is my my message to the listeners. If you have a Chris Paul in your life, figuratively, if there's a celebrity in your life that you would die to meet, do not bombard them with anything, but just come to them gently and just be like, "Hey, I'm a big fan. Is it cool if I could take a picture with you real quick?" Like, do not go up to them and just start worshiping them. Don't touch them. Don't yell at them. Don't spit at them. Just treat them
Just
like,
treat them normal.
yeah,
Like they're also human beings, Like
exactly.
just treat them as you would like to be treated. You'll be fine. They will be glad to take pictures. I mean, there's
Facts.
but most of the time they will.
So when in doubt, guys, if you're just trying to meet a celebrity, have their basketball jersey ready in your pocket. Be willing to wait 3 hours. Bring your iPhone charger, plug it in, and wait for them to walk out of whatever they're walking out of. That's how you meet your celebrity
Zed,
idol.
crazy. Someone said they met Zed like that. That's crazy.
It works. It works.
Yeah.
But I think also too, my experience of being able to meet Chris Paul, it really is too, like going back to the whole "that's overrated." Like, these celebrities, man, they're just people at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
And so if you trying to make a good impression on anybody, just treat them like just any other regular dude, and they will rock with you.
Thanks.
So that is why I have 3 Chris Paul jerseys in my room. I feel like that now makes sense to a lot of the listeners here. So there you go.
The
There you
story
go.
behind.
I'm going to add to this list right here, Phantom, of the overrated list.
Yeah. What do you think of?
And we're going to dig deeper. You know what? You know what's I'm going to point one thing out right now. You know what's really overrated?
What?
When people try to start a fight about pineapple on pizza.
I feel attacked somehow because I'm not trying to fight anyone,
Do
but
you
it's
not
just
like it?
no, I do not like it.
But
But I
do you start arguments about it?
I just say I don't like it.
There
I
you
don't
go.
get it either.
You see,
But that's
like
it.
I am completely okay with someone not liking pineapple on pizza, but there's a difference between the ones that just don't like it versus the ones that are willing to stab you because someone likes it. There's a stark contrast. And I'm on live streams and sometimes that topic comes up. Like someone would ask me, "Hey, do you like pineapple on pizza?" And my answer is, well, my parents, they actually do like it. So because of them, I've grown to not hate it. I'm not going to order pineapple on pizza as my first choice at a pizzeria, but if it's there at the party, I'll take a slice. But it's the ones in the live streams that go, well, if somebody in the chat says yes, now they're willing to just tussle.
I know they get so pressed, man. Like
They get pressed over nothing.
yeah, and actually it's worse. Like people who get like more pressed about that is the ones who actually like pineapple pizza. They be like, how can you not like it? Like they get so
Uh,
pressed.
so it goes both ways.
Yeah.
It goes both ways. Yeah, I think that's overrated.
Yeah, I
I think
guess.
jumping on people's
Man.
opinions, that is highly overrated. Um, you know, maybe and I'm gonna say something about Twitter here because, well, you're gonna be able to bring me insight here because you're a heavy Twitter user. And once again, listeners, if you want to get plugged, Phantom House is a lot more active than me on Twitter, so go follow him. Is it I'm Phantom House?
No, it's just Phantom House and then a one at the end
Oh,
because Phantom House is already taken. I don't know
aha.
why.
So
But
it's
yeah, if you
so
wanna
it's
follow
Phantom
me,
House
it's
1.
yeah. That's where you can read all my crap, my daily crap.
I love venting. I love that. But Phantom, in my opinion, don't you think the venting on Twitter, it's just too extreme sometimes?
So there's like so you can bend at the same time be respectful of something, and then there's the other side where it's just like you just disrespecting anything around
Right.
you, everyone. You don't give a damn. Like you're just going hard on everyone. That's the toxic side of Twitter, and that's like pretty much 90% of Twitter. So that's why like normal people when they get on Twitter, they just end up leaving the app. They don't like it because they just don't get the use. Because I feel like there's no rules at all on Twitter
Yeah.
until you get banned or suspended, you know? Because everyone's just like speaking their minds, like they just don't care about anything. It's just like, okay, you don't like this, well, I'm gonna roast you. Like literally that.
Yeah. I'm all for venting about opinions, whatever your say is about any topic, but it's got to be done with wit.
Yeah.
It's all about the delivery. And if you can't deliver it smoothly which I've seen to exist a lot, not just on Twitter, but just on the internet. Just come at it with more tact. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I agree with that. There's also people who are like just way too sensitive.
Mm.
Like they're so sensitive. It's fine. I mean, hey, because it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. But yeah, you need to know how to take something personal and when not. That's
Mhm.
like why people get confused about Twitter because they think it's everything about them, and that's not how it is. It's just like someone venting about like pineapple pizza, and then
Yeah.
there's someone telling them to just shut up, like you don't
Yeah.
know anything about life.
I just thought of
And
another
it's
overrated thing.
what,
People that try to look cool at the club.
oof,
And if
man,
you're
we gonna
viewing,
need.
well, actually, I don't know why I keep doing this whole like if you're viewing or only listening, because technically right now we're only available on YouTube, so you would be seeing our faces as we talk. So this is what I'm talking about. The people that this right here are the people that try to look cool in the club. This is what they do at the club.
Man, I wish I could see you right now.
This is you. Everyone knows who I'm talking about right now. They just go. They hold their drink and they don't dance and they just nod their head and they're trying to look cool.
Yeah,
Newsflash, guys. People come to the club to have a good time, and if you are just taking up body space on the dance floor,
yeah,
what are you doing, man?
dude. Speaking about that, that also relates to like clubs. Well, not like club, like festivals, and there's like people on the front row,
Yeah.
and you can see like people like headbanging so hard in the back, and then there's just people in the front just still like just
Ah,
standing there doing nothing, like just not even enjoying the music. And I'm like, man, if you're not gonna do anything, you're just like a plant pretty much there. You're not doing anything. You're just a plant.
right.
Move, let other people enjoy. Like it's just ridiculous that people do that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I feel that. Yeah, there's people who go to clubs just stay there, just be cool. I don't know, man.
Yeah. And this is coming from someone that DJs, right? I when I'm at the club, as long as the music is good, the vibes are right, I am going to be the type of crowd I want to see when I'm DJing.
Yeah,
And so what that means is if you ever catch me at a club, wherever I'm at, you best believe I am dancing my ass off. Like I am High School Musical bop 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 to the top. I am sweating. My knees are questioning its existence. My clothes are drenched. I can't see in front of me cuz my hair at this point is just it's all disheveled. And I do that because, well, first, for those that go to the club often, those are the types of people that you want to kick it with in the club. The ones
yeah,
that just do not care about what other people think. Because that's when you can create whether it's a mosh pit or a dance circle, just have fun. From one DJ to the world, you don't look cool. Just stop. Put the
yeah.
drink down or just finish the drink and just start dancing. It
I
doesn't
think
even
people
matter if
just,
you don't know how to properly dance. Dancing is an expression and you just got to ride the wave.
man, I blame social media for that because they just get in your head and you start thinking like, wow, that's not cool, and you start like pretty much just stopping being yourself,
Yeah.
and you just like being another one, just like, okay, this is what's holding you from being yourself. That's a problem, man. It's just like,
Yeah.
who cares? Just do whatever you want, man. Like, if someone doesn't like it, it's on them. Like it's their problem. It's not even your problem.
Yeah. Another overrated thing. And it
Yeah.
really has it points back to social media, which is just what people's opinions are about you.
Not you. It's their opinion.
It's so overrated. Like basically just stop caring. The minute
Yeah.
you stop caring, that's the minute you really taste freedom. Like if you want to post that thing on your Instagram, just post it.
Exactly. Like
Who
who cares?
cares?
Just do it, man.
Life is too short for you to be worrying about who viewed your IG story, who liked or didn't like your IG comment. Like, come on, y'all.
Not too sore to worry about that, honestly.
And I want to make sure, like, that we don't come off as just negative people that are, just complaining. Because at the end of the day, the takeaway from at least a lot of what's coming out of today's episode is just life is too short for you to be stressing about unnecessary things.
Yeah.
Like if you want to post yourself dancing on TikTok and you're worried about what other people might think, I mean, case in point, there's this saying when you're walking in public and when you feel like everyone's looking at you, you feel like everyone's locked in on you. But the truth is, everyone's thinking about what they look like to everyone
Yeah.
else.
Like it's crazy, man.
Everyone is so super focused on themselves, they don't even have time to notice you like that.
Yeah.
So my point is just start living, just start twerking, start yiking, start posting, and really that it really just comes to that. Just start living, man.
Our living. Yeah, man. That's the right word.
And so
If you
all the
don't live
people,
now, where are you gonna live?
there was I was doing a live stream on TikTok recently, and somebody asked me, how do I get a larger circle of how do I get a larger social circle? And I basically answered that question with a question, which is, why do you want a larger social circle?
Yeah. You just man.
Because, in my opinion, that person's response to my question, that will ultimately show what is motivating you to want that. And truth be told, having a large social circle is overrated.
It is.
I would rather have one friend than 100 acquaintances.
It's
Because,
true.
and then somebody asked me, like in the whole strain of thought, somebody asked me, so what is, like, hey SP, what do you consider, how do you define a real friend? And I defined it like this: at the end of a long day, you are tired. You just got off work, you finished schoolwork, you are beat, and you get a random FaceTime or phone call from this person. Are you willing to pick it up? That, to me, in a 2021 type of way, that's my definition of a real friend. Because there are some people in my life, if they call me after a long day, I am not picking up. I'd be like, hey bro, let me get back to you. But the people that I call my friends, my brothers, my sisters, when whatever time of day it is, they text me, They call me, they FaceTime me. You best believe I'm picking up.
Yeah, bro. 100%.
I think one of the worst unintended consequences of social media that is one of the worst unintended consequences of social media is this message that's being pumped out into the algorithm, which is having a lot of acquaintances is dope. It's really
Looks
not.
good. It looks good. Whoa, damn. You have a lot of followers, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's just like just numbers. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like tell me you talk to, tell me like you have like legit, like genuine talks with at least five from like those hundred followers you have. Like, I'm pretty sure you can even tell me two people that you have like legit, like genuine talks.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like numbers, and
Facts.
yeah,
And so that live stream, and I basically just ended with the thought with this, which is don't even think about how many acquaintances you got, how many followers or your follower ratio. Stop caring about that. Stop thinking about that. My advice was drop the phone, leave it on the table, go outside, go for a walk, take the sun in, and hit up your homies.
yeah,
Hit up the people that even when, let's say, you don't got makeup on or you don't got wax in your hair, that you still have a good time with them, even though you don't look all that on that day or you don't feel all that. But if that person came through, you'd be willing to kick it with them. Those are your real friends. And when things go haywire in life, those are the people that are checking in to make sure you're doing good.
yeah,
And I think even that much more so for the people in 2021 that are trying to make a name for themselves, that have some type of public personality, a public persona. It it gets harder. That area of defining friends, acquaintances, it gets more gray. The more and more well known you get, it's just natural. There's gonna be more people at the door trying to hit you up, and you're gonna have to get better at deciphering and
yeah,
defining borders. Because not every
yeah.
one of your followers are your friends, and that's real talk.
That's the thing with social media nowadays. Like, even if you don't have that much following, if you know how to do something, or like you're doing something, but you're not big, like you're just doing something that's like interesting, still like people every day like hitting you, but like you never know if they're genuine or it's just like they want something, you know? And it's just like, I think just social media nowadays, like you never know what's gonna happen next. Like, yeah, you can find like your next best friend or like whatever, but at the same time you can just find like, okay, it's just like someone, and like an interesting person that wants nothing from me. It's just like what I know, but like they have nothing to you know, sew back. Like, you don't really learn anything back from them. It's just like vampires. They just take from you, and you end up like with nothing. Just
Right.
I don't know.
I'm thinking of one last overrated topic to land our episode on. Ooh, man, this could turn into a whole different episode. But
I'm
I'm
telling
gonna
you,
say it
like,
right now. Last thing that's overrated. Listeners, are you ready? Your ex. Your ex is overrated. And that might come off a little like, you don't know SP. You don't know my ex. You don't know him. You don't know her. I don't. But what is overrated about X is that mindset that, like, you cannot go on. You just missed out on the biggest jackpot of your life, and now life means less. I truly, 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 truly believe, but this is also, there are some outliers, but across the board, generally speaking, it ended for a reason. Maybe there was some miscommunication. Maybe there was some details that got lost through the process, through time, through texting, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, it's over. And you only got two choices. You can either sulk on it, jump right back into the pool of wallowing in your own sadness, or you can understand the good that happened from that relationship, take that into your next relationship, but also learn from the bad.
yeah,
Like, there's so many of my friends, Phantom, that, I kick it with them. And, like, one of them would recently just, they recently just broke up. And, like, you could tell, like, dude looks like sadness from inside out. Like, dude is just like puckered lips, just sad. And I'm like, what are you doing, man?
yeah, like what? Like, yeah, like you can be sad. I mean, that's normal. But like, are you gonna be sad your whole life? Like, man, like life still goes on. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta keep moving, dude. Like, you can't. I mean, it's hard. Like like the first weeks, that's normal. But after that, man, just move on.
Ninety
Like,
percent of the people that are sulking in their past relationships, 90% of them don't actually miss their ex. They just miss the idea of being in a relationship.
someone, yeah,
They can't face the fact that they're single, and for some reason it haunts them. They can't stand the fact that they're not cuffed. And a lot of people, they just go from relationship to relationship because really it's a mechanism so that they don't have to face themselves in the mirror and understand what are the things about them that they need to work on.
here we go again to the social media point. See, everything goes to social media.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking what do you call it?
Cycle, circle,
No, it's like a loop from
tornado.
hell. A loop from hell.
Yeah.
Like a feedback loop from hell.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read this book called um
Oh, purgatory, purgatory, purgatory.
no.
Oh, I
Like
could have
what it's
sworn it
called
loop.
how not to give a fuck. I think it's
Oh
called.
yeah, how to not
Why
give a fuck about. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, and the dude talks about like the feedback loop from hell, which is pretty much how we keep like making the same mistake and it all comes to the same point. Everything you always end up on the same point, like starting point, and it's the same. Like it's because of social media that like you always see, like you never see something real. Everything's fake, and it's just your brain gets tricked, and you're like, oh, I want that too, but that's real actually. It's not even real, but you keep seeking it. But yeah, like you see, like it's always back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So
Mark
yeah, you gotta learn. Mark Green,
Mark
no, Mark
Manson's
Green,
The Subtle
Mark
Art of
Manson.
Not
Yeah,
Giving a Fuck. And
yeah,
what
it's all
Phantom is
pretty
talking
good
about
book.
is what Mark calls the feedback loop from hell.
Yeah,
You know, like you said, it's all intertwined. You break up with them, then you go on social media, and you see all these people that are flaunting their romance, when in reality, most of them aren't even happy with their current relationships because they're running away from the facts of the things that they need to work on as an individual. But you, as the viewer, you see other people cuffed, and you're like, why am I not cuffed? They're clearly happy. I'm not. And it just goes around and around and around.
yeah.
And you go after one, after two, after three terrible relationships. And it's not even because the person you met is a terrible person.
Yeah, it's not even that.
It's just that most of the time, you're not even ready to take care of somebody else because you don't even know how to take care of yourself.
Exactly. Like you can love someone else if you can't even love yourself, right? Like it's pointless. But yeah, like going back to social media, like you're not gonna see anyone posting like the bad moments. You only see the good moments, and like, wow, they must have like a nice life or like nice relationship, whatever. But like you're not gonna see them like post anything bad about it. So you're gonna be like, wow, I wish I had like this or that or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like
Social
be
media,
careful what you follow.
the algorithm in each of your apps, it's all a highlight reel. It's the best of the
Yeah,
best. But what that does to our subconscious is when we continually only see the best of the best, we then take that to be reality. And then we look at internally our lives, and then we start asking ourselves, why doesn't my life look like that? And then that's when you go take on other means to somewhat change up the reality of your life, and you're going after something that isn't even actually possible to achieve because it's distorted reality. It's it's just the highlight reel. It's only the things people want you to see. So with
only see the
that
makeup.
said, like one of the best advice, I mean, even for my kids, when I have kids down the road, like the best thing is just take social media, everything you see on the internet, take it all with a grain of salt. And when you can, just spend less time on social media and more time in the world.
Absolute facts. Just live life.
Go touch the grass. Go dance in the club, for God's sake.
Go ahead, man. Go open moss pits.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you
Go
want.
go create your own whiplash in the club. Just headbanging so hard.
Man, I miss headbutting.
We'll be headbanging soon.
I know.
Well, I think this will conclude episode 3 of the Cookies and Beats podcast with your co-hosts, SeoulPark and Phantom House. This was episode 3. That's Overrated. By the time you watch this will be on YouTube. Weekly episodes about cookies and beats and everything in between. We appreciate all the support, all the feedback, all the love we've been getting so far.
Yeah, it's
Now,
been crazy.
3 episodes in. And like as always, if you haven't already, feel free to follow us at Cookies and Beats on Instagram And feel free to DM us through IG or by emailing us cookiesandbeatspodcast@gmail.com for any podcast suggestions for upcoming episodes or even guest suggestions.
Yeah.
We will be having some special guests on real soon here. We appreciate you guys, and we will see you on the next episode. Phantom, why don't we how do we say it in Spanish? Buenas noches?
I mean, it depends, man. Is it night already?
Well, wherever you
Just
are, from
yeah.
one
Where's everyone came
country to
from?
another, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.